Happy hump day, everybody. Welcome to another vlog. Let's just get right into it. Today was an okay day for me. A little bit windy for my liking, but an okay day nonetheless. Pretty easy going. I didn't make a ton of money. But I made enough to where I was comfortable at the end of the day, which is what matters, I guess, or whatever. Yeah, of course, I'm going to talk about some serious stuff a little bit later into the vlog and all that, but just kind of want to run through my day. I did ride my scooter to work today. Got there a little bit early. Was one of the first people there, one of the last people to go again today, but I'm not complaining because, like I say, it was it makes it lucrative for me to do that, right? Get there, I end up with tables before everybody. I end up with tables after everybody leave, and I'm always very good to my people, and most of the time people are very good to me. So with that being said, the rest of the day, I do have a haul. I did say yesterday that I had some stuff that I want to open. I actually got this spawn last week. I got it on Amazon. I think he was about, what, $12? I love Spawn. So a little bit of history, a little bit of my history with Spawn. Spawn is actually the first toy or action figure that I started collecting when I was in middle school, okay? When the Spawn action figures was released in the 90s, that was the craziest thing to me because they came in this hard plastic. Spawn was my favorite black superhero growing up because he was fucking edgy. He was, he's called Spawn because he's a hell spawn. He's a spawn of hell. He was a former soldier named Al Simmons who ended up getting killed in this setup. And he ended up going to hell and making a deal with the devil, Malboja, and becoming one of Malboja's hell spawn in order to, you know, enact justice and do the bidding of darkness. But Spawn ended up rebelling against Malboja because that's who Al is, and becoming like this uber powerful hell spawn that nobody didn't want to fuck with. And he was one of the guest stars in Mortal Kombat 11. He's an okay fighter. I practiced with him a little bit the other day just to see what he's like, and I liked him a little bit. But I saw this Commando Spawn, like I said, for $12 on Amazon, and look at him, bro. He is so dope. Like, Spawn is dope anyway, but this is Commando Spawn. But one of the things I noticed about this Commando Spawn is he doesn't come with any guns. He comes with some power, some ectoplasm shit right here at the most, but he doesn't come with any guns. And I was like, how you gonna have a Commando Spawn with no guns? Because when I was younger and they had Commando Spawn, I actually had Commando Spawn in my old collection, my first collection, and he came with like 3 or 4 different guns, right? And I was like, what the hell? He comes with a gun here, I believe it's in the holster, but I'm not even sure you could take it out, but we'll see in a second. But I was like, that's no bueno. So I didn't want to open them last week when I got them. So I went on McFarlane's website, because I saw like a lot of people with this toy, and they had them with all these type of guns. I was like, where did they get those guns from? So I went on McFarlane's website, and I picked this up. This is the Deluxe Accessory pack for, I guess, McFarlane figures. So that's how they get you, right? They ain't gonna include the guns with them because I guess they don't want guns on the toy shelves and all that, you know, politics. So they sell them to you separately on the website. And I don't, you know, I saw the guns that they had in there, and I wanted to open it with the action figure to, you know, pose it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. You know, like I said, it's always loud. Normally I do a little cut right here, but he seems pretty easy to take out. Look at him. Look at him. Look at the detail on that. Because like I say, McFarlane Toys does such a good job. Look at the green eyes and the grenade and the gun belt and the pouches and all that. Fun fact about Spawn that I learned from McFarlane, okay? So his suit and his cape morphs, right? His suit is almost like, think of Venom's suit from Spider-Man. It's like a living thing, except it doesn't have a mind of its own. It works off of his willpower, kind of like Doctor Strange's cape. But Spawn's cape can turn into all types of weapons, axes, swords, and stuff. But McFarlane said that the reason he made that as part of lore was because when he originally drew Spawn, he was inconsistent with the amount of pouches and shit that went on him, and somebody called it out. One of his readers called it out in one of his sections. So he ended up making it like, oh, it's a part of lore. He could have just apologized and said, oh, that was just a mistake. I didn't count the pouches right. So instead of like, you know, 2 pouches, it was 3 or something like that. So he made it so it's like, oh, it's a living suit. So anytime you see any inconsistency like that, it's because of the living. I love that. I love that fucking explanation because that sounds like some shit I would do, right? Like, oh yeah, it's just It's just a part of the living suit, which it works out for Spawn because, I'm sorry that this is so loud. Like I said, they be trying to get you to break the toy before you take it out. I don't know why it's so difficult. I could be smart before I do these things and have my knife here to do it, but whatever. I'm a big ass kid. Who gives a shit? There he is. He's out. There he is. Oh, he looks so cool. Spawn, right? He wasn't. Look at him. He wasn't corny. He wasn't lame. He isn't lame. He's fucking Spawn. He's dope, right? And in the movie, in the original movie, he was played by none other than Michael Jai White. Fucking who Michael Jai White has kept in. He's in better shape than I am, even at this age, right? Fucking Michael Jai White is amazing, great martial artist. So if they made another Spawn movie, y'all got to get somebody on that level to do it. Even though the original Spawn movie was corny and kind of campy, it did have some really cool parts, especially Violator. I like the way the cape was just like all ridiculous. It was some of the first CGI you ever seen in a movie. But yeah, Spawn, look at him. And here's the ectoplasm shit I was talking about. His cape does come off. I'm not about to take it off right now though because lazy. But here's the ectoplasm shit, and I guess you could just put it in his hand or on here. Let me see. Yeah, you can put it in his hand, and I guess it's like a gun. That's lame. I don't like that. It's supposed to be like a gun, and you put it on his hand, and whatever. But let's see what's in the accessory pack, right? Let's see what's better than that ectoplasm. I'm not even sure if that's what you call it. That's just the word they used in Ghostbusters. So look at that. It's guns. Guns for Spawn. Lots and lots of guns. Oh, let's take them out of here. Oh shit, they all falling out. But look, there are guns everywhere, bro. You see, that's pretty much what it is. Guns. Guns, guns, guns. I'm gonna need guns. And this is the one I really wanted to get him. Look at this minigun situation, like from the Terminator movies. So let's go ahead and put them up here to see if I can. The hard part about like filming toys is that you kind of gotta like keep them in frame and then at the same time try to pose them. Don't break. Hey, don't be breaking, bro. It's too. Hey, I paid 15 hots for this package. Don't the first gun better not be breaking on me, brother. There we go. Could you your thumb on there? Your thumb on there, Spawn? It is. And then we got that. We got the first hand on there. Then you got to put that second hand on there. So he's like holding that shit. Oh, so of course I picked the hardest gun to put in his hand first for video purposes, but it's all good. Get in there. Yeah, there we go. Oh, there he is. Look at him. All that spitting. I love it. I love it. I don't even know what these are. These are backpacks or something. Like, I don't know. I like it though. I'll take it. You got a ray gun. Look at this. All that shit. You got a regular, like, you know, machine gun type situation, or a regular assault rifle. Another assault rifle style gun. I like that. You have, I didn't know it came with all these assault rifles. Another assault rifle. I'm doing it. I'm digging it. A SMG. That's for like, I love it, bro. A fucking sniper rifle. Some like gothic looking sniper rifle. If you could look at that and see. I got another camera coming. Hopefully the camera is really good, so y'all won't have to put up with this over saturation and lack of detail when I'm showing off shit. And another SMG. Look at that. Damn, I like this. This was actually worth it. It's like almost like $1 a gun. I could take that. A revolver. Another like Nazi-like gun. Got two of these. You can't see. Two revolvers. I mean, two pistols like that. A revolver. You got like this big ass fantasy steampunk revolver. This is like a mallet gun, like a novelty gun. And here's a clip. I guess one of these clips go into, I think one of these drums go on this thing, if I'm not mistaken. If I can look at the, yeah, it does. It does. So it goes, look, I knew this went on here, look. So you put this on here. Oh shit. Because I don't want it to fall off, but let me see. This drum goes on here, like this. And then there's another, oh, so I can put it together, never mind. Put the drum together like this, snap that part together, and then it goes on there. Oh, so yeah. Maybe I did it wrong. I put it on there upside down. So this is supposed to sit on the bottom. It's not supposed to be up there like that. The drum is supposed to be on the bottom. So I put the gun on wrong, but whatever. All right, whatever, but this is cool. This is Spawn. But yeah, so anyway, I don't know, man. I am a big kid. Like, I don't know, I was talking about some stuff yesterday, and the reason that I buy a lot of this stuff is because it's therapy for me. I'm not gonna even fuck with you and pretend like I don't love this shit. Like, this stuff makes me happy. Superheroes make me happy. Fantasy shit makes me happy. Toys make me happy. Video games make me happy. They always will. Riding bikes make me happy. You know, there's just some things you just ain't gonna ever outgrow, you know. And at the same time, I don't relate to a lot of people just in just a sense of like making friends and all that, you know. Like, I got my homie, you know, my homie, he gets me, you know. But a lot of people don't, you know. I think I talk too much about like heavy shit, you know. If I'm not talking about like what's going on in the world, I get real into esoteric spiritual shit and all that. And I don't think people want to hear that. I remember, I think some of the best advice that Kevin Samuels ever gave, ever, right? Like, as far as men is concerned, is to never express yourself too much to your ladies. Like, if you with somebody, there's no reason for you to overly express yourself or to share your feelings with that person, because ultimately, those people, that woman will lose respect for you. And she, as far as communication, as far as you trying to express yourself to her, they don't give a shit. They just don't, right? And I've been in 2 long-term relationships where, you know, initially, of course, you can express yourself, you can let out a lot of your fears and insecurities and let that person know that, but at the end of the day, ultimately, you sharing that much about yourself that, you know, it takes away from the mystery of who you are as a person, as a man, right? And it's unfortunate as a man that you can't necessarily express yourself in that way to the people that you're supposed to be with, but it is what it is. Our fathers and our grandfathers, they didn't pour their hearts and their souls out to their ladies. They just kept that shit in, you know what I mean? You know, we've been conditioned to say, no, you gotta let that shit out. Let people know how you feel. Let people, yeah, you can let people know how you feel, but like Kevin Samuels said, you let your homies know how you feel. You let your mom know how you feel. You let the dog know how you feel, the tree, you know what I'm saying? But as far as you expressing yourself to a significant other, that shit is only gonna be to your detriment. Trust me, it just is. You get what I'm saying? And then you start questioning, just like I just did just here, you start questioning whether you're crazy for the stuff you're talking about, and you're not. It's just that what you're expressing fears that they don't give a shit about. Even if it's going to be relevant to, if it's going to be pertinent to their life, is just not something that, you know, it's like, oh, you should have that under control. You should already have that conquered or have, but you're not. You're a human. You're a human being, man. Like, first off. So the desire to want to communicate and to want to express and to share yourself is a natural one. But unfortunately, you live in a world where, you know, you get what I'm saying? You may want to do something, right? You may want something to be a certain way. There are women in their late 50s, some people in their 60s still thinking that this knight in shining armor is going to come and marry them and all that, right? They can want that. They can want that to happen. They can want this strapping, older man and got his shit together to come in and rescue them from whatever lifestyle that they've created for themselves or that they've found themselves in, right? But we all know that, statistically speaking, that's probably not going to happen, right? And it's the same thing for men. We live in a world where we were, like I said, conditioned to be like, I'm sorry about the screaming, where we were conditioned to be like, all right, express yourself, do this. No, don't, right? Don't. Take that energy and create something. Build something for yourself. Build something for you. Build something like, I'm gonna end with this, okay? And this is something that it's been a hard lesson for me to learn, right? A lot of people consider themselves to be good people, right? Myself included. Everybody considers themselves to be a good person. Even bad people consider themselves to be good people, believe it or not. People that have done egregious things consider themselves to be good people, okay? Good is subjective. Nice is subjective. You understand? If you're that way, it's fine to be that way for you, right? If you get something out of that, I'm that way because I get something out of it for me, right? To be nice or whatever. But the world, the universe, doesn't care if you're nice or good. It doesn't mean anything, right? The only being in this universe where that means anything for is God. That's it. Everything else, people are gonna have their perception of you. You can't make people think. You can't make people see you a certain way, regardless of what you do. You can't. If they already made up in their mind that you're this way, they're gonna be that way. Even if you're like, I did this good. I'm doing this. I'm working towards this. This is all I do. All I do is good, right? The only person that's gonna recognize that good is you and God. That's it. 100%. Some people can say, "Oh, pat you on the back. I see your efforts." Just like being a good coworker. Being a good coworker where you pick up the slack for your coworkers and all that, right? Some people can see that. But some people they can see you doing that shit every day, but they're not gonna. The moment you can't do something for them, guess what? You're a piece of shit. That's how the world is. Not with God. You at some point you can sit up here and be this. You could be a piece of shit your entire life, and then when you stand before God, you can make whatever excuse you want to as to why you're a piece of shit. It won't fly. But here on earth, it doesn't matter. Being good doesn't matter to these people. It doesn't matter to a person, to this, to that, That's why a lot of times in this realm ruled by the devil, bad people get over in life. They get the best stuff. They have the most money. They have the most experiences in life because they don't give a fuck, right? To truly not give a fuck what people think about you, to truly not give a fuck what other humans are going to perceive you is, in my opinion, here on this earth, a gift. But it's like I say, it's a curse once you have to stand before God. If you have to stand before God, we don't know. Nobody knows what happens when you die, honestly. And you have to answer for what you did in this life, if you even have to answer at all. That's the question, right? That's the big question. Maybe we're just here to fucking be the stepping stones for other people to have their experiences in this life. That's what I feel like sometimes. I feel like I exist, right, for other people to be able to step on and get to where they need to get to. I'm not even talking about people I know. I'm talking about people within positions of power and this and that, using me and society that I'm a part of in order to just step on us to get to where they want to go. I don't know. I don't know. These rants be making me feel stupid, honestly. But it's just something that'd be on my heart, and I just have to say it. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. Happy Wednesday. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope y'all like Spawn as much as I do. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye. I can find the button.